see it coming up. Well, I may. Oh, there we go. All right, all right. That made me a little nervous. Made my dog a little nervous too. Right? Did it make you a little nervous? Huh? Okay. So, welcome. Hope you're having a good day. We're going to be looking. We're going to be looking today. I'd like us to explore the one chapter in the book of Ecclesiastes. That's the book that we're supposed to read this week, or Kohelet, depending on whether you want to say it in the Hebrew. Ecclesiastes is the, I guess, Greek, and it has the very famous chapter. We actually sang it to end our services this morning. To everything there is a season and a moment for every experience under heaven. And hello, sis. And it really begs the question about our experiences and what we are destined to experience. Now, just kind of a little bit of a background on Ecclesiastes is supposedly it's written by King David in his old age, or King Solomon in his old age. And it's quite obvious the document was written in about the 3rd century BCE because of the language used there. But the idea really is that, hello, Evelyn. The idea here is that this person who wrote this, hello, Chuck and Lisa, if you're with, the idea here is that the person who wrote Ecclesiastes was the most wealthy, powerful, right? Had millions of wives, had more money than you could imagine, was the most powerful person in the region. And here he is towards the end of his life, and he's trying to figure out, what does it all mean and what does it all matter? Does it matter if I have all of that? What is really the essence of life? And in the end, his conclusion, a lot of people think it's very pessimistic because he says things like, there's nothing new under the sun. Everything that happened will happen again. Everything that will happen has already happened. And that what is the use of us living our lives when we all reach the same end? The person who's good reaches the same end as the person who's bad. The person who does something in their life reaches the same end as the person who never accomplishes anything. And that is that we all die. So that's why I think people think it's a very pessimistic book. But the section in chapter 3, which has the list of things, like a time to be born and a time to give birth and a time to die, time to dance and a time to mourn, a time to laugh, a time to cry, and it goes through time to plant seeds, time to uproot the planted, time to gather stones together, a time to knock stones down. So there's a list of things that we're all going to experience in our lives. And then it has it has the line, but God put on our mind the sense of eternity and never knowing from first to last all that God brings to pass. So the only worthwhile thing there is for us to do is to have gratitude for life, eat, drink, and enjoy life. That's the conclusion he makes, that it's not enough just to live. You must enjoy, you must have gratitude, and you must understand that this whole thing that we call life is a gift. But I wanted to seize just for a moment on the idea that all of us are destined to experience certain experiences in our lives. And whether we do experience those things, I'm not sure if all of us do, but it does seem like when you look at that list, that there will be a moment in each one of our lives that will have something that resembles the ideas that are on this list. There will be times where we will cry. There will be times when we will laugh. But we don't know when those will be. And the great mystery of our lives is that we have no idea what's in store for us. And a lot of reasons, that's why, I mean, at least I try to control as much as I possibly can in my life, so that if I can grab control, then maybe I'm not worried about what is going to be coming around the corner. Hello, Patty. Hello, Jerry. Welcome. So, what I like to think about sometimes when I come across this list of moments that we all share is kind of to maybe, think about maybe recently, maybe over this past year, what are the moments that stick out for me through my entire experiences? We could bring ourselves into the future to say, what are the experiences I feel like I may be destined to experience this year coming up? Or if there was something really surprising that you'd experienced recently, to kind of say, okay, I understand what's happening in my life right now. Hello, Susan. Control, it's tough now. Right, well, we have very little control. But the fact is, what Ecclesiastes, I think, is trying to tell us is we never really did have the control. That these things are going to happen. And they happen in a random way. And only God knows, basically, what's going to happen from first to last. And so, maybe part of this message here is that whatever does come our way, it's just one of the moments of our life. Interesting. I spoke in my sermon on Yom Kippur was about how the negative things we do aren't all of us, right? So if I do one act and that's not a positive act, that doesn't mean that I'm a bad person. It means my act was a negative act. And so we can look at it this way too. And that all of the experiences that we are destined to experience in our lives, whenever it's going to happen to us in our lives, those are just, isolated moments that get added together to make a life, but that each one of these moments does stand on its own, and it does deserve our full attention. So that even the moment when we're sad and we're crying, lean into that. If we're happy and ecstatic, lean into that. If we're hungry, lean into it. If we're celebrating, lean into the celebration. And that when it comes to the kind of mindfulness that we're talking about here in our meditations, every single moment deserves its place in our life. And, it's not just the negative, the positive moments that deserve their place. Sometimes those things that happen to us that we're not so pleased with, those are the times where we have the most growth. So the thing that I love about the teaching in Ecclesiastes is it's just realistic. It's saying we've got all of these things that we're going to experience in our lives. Cherish each one of them, because they all make up this incredible thing called life. And that's what Sukkot is about. Tomorrow, we're going to get into the idea of joy, and how we can be happy, and we're going to bring our Nachman and Bratslav in. But today I want it to be about perhaps how we can cherish every single moment that we experience in our lives, whether they're positive, whether they're negative, to be inside of them, as opposed to be thinking about, what's next, or how am I going to get out of this? The more you fight against something, the more it continues sometimes. So to allow something to play out is to allow it to play out with your full heart and your full energy is important. And so, this is kind of, this meditation is really about the idea that are we taking advantage of every moment that we experience in our lives? The whole breadth of experience. Okay, let's go to our quiet time. And I hope you liked, if you joined me on the afternoon on Yom Kippur that we did our little priestly benediction at the end. I hope you enjoyed that. And a lot of people, had like 500 people between Facebook and YouTube. I wonder if half of them were sleeping or if they were doing it with us. But it's nice to see we have like 9 or 10 people here this afternoon. Let's keep it up. Let's have a little group of us, and then when things start clearing up, we're gonna try to meet. Say on Wednesdays, in the sanctuary, that we can actually be together and do this together. And we'll also be on Facebook, but would actually have live people there. Feel the difference. Okay, hello Izzy. Here we go. Let's get into a comfortable position, strong yet relaxed. And we're just going to concentrate on our breathing. Our mind will take us away. That's the point. Hopefully our mind will take us to kind of the things I've been talking about and the moments that we've been either cherishing or not cherishing. But we want to just concentrate on our stomach. Concentrate on the breath going in and out. See if you can feel what it does to your body. Just follow your breath all the way from the front to the back and the back to the front. Keep in mind that nefesh, that part of our soul that keeps us breathing at the edges of our breaths, at the very end of the breath when we start breathing in again. That's the nefesh, that transition, that rest between the breath we take and finish and the next breath that we take, and breathing in and breathing out. Those corners of the breath is our nefesh. And yeshama is when we take the air in from the outside. Nefesh, it transitions, and then ruach is the breath that goes out of us, the three aspects of our soul. I'll be quiet for a while, just allow everything just to be as it is for now. We're not trying to solve anything in these 15, 20 minutes. We're just trying to be, just trying to exist. This is a time to be silent, and so I shall. takes you away, as it does and as it will. Without judgment, just bring your breath and your intention and your concentration back to your breath. And just say to yourself, you know what? I'm so glad my mind thought of this, but right now we're just breathing. Such a simple thing, yet so hard to do. Just to breathe without thought, or the only thought being our breath. into our last several minutes together, we ask for two feelings. May I feel safe. May I feel blessed. May I feel safe. May I feel blessed. And with each breath you take, offer yourself one of these feelings. May I feel safe. May I feel blessed. You can offer yourself both of them or one of them. You can whisper it. You can say it just in your mind, or you can say it out loud. May I feel blessed. May I feel safe. May I feel safe. May I feel blessed. It's the idea here that if we ask for it, if we don't, we'll never hear it. But if we ask for it, there's the possibility that I can feel blessed and feel safe. May I feel safe. Sometimes I don't feel it even when I am. Sometimes I don't feel blessed even when I know I am. May I feel blessed. May I feel safe. May I feel blessed and may I feel safe. And then to go along with Sukkot, with the Ushpizin and the people that you can invite with you, just think about all those people that you wish felt blessed and felt safe, and let's just offer it to all of them. May you feel safe, and may you feel blessed. All these people that are a part of our lives, that keep us going, that help us feel safe, and that help us feel blessed. May you feel blessed, and may you feel safe. May you feel blessed, and may you feel safe. And for our last moments together, we can bring it back to us. May I feel safe. May I feel blessed. May I feel safe. And may I feel blessed. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you were able to find peace and stillness. May you feel blessed, and may you feel safe, and may you have a beautiful evening. Take care.